Hey guys, welcome to Lights Camera Action, and today we're going to be talking about something a little different than what we typically do. Now, if you've seen this channel before, and this isn't just like a new video that you've come upon, you would know that I am an actor. Not like, I'm not like in Broadway plays and stuff like that. I'm literally in my first play right now, and it's like an elementary school play. But I do like home acting, I love making edits, I love singing. I've kind of grown up in front of a camera, because I did have a YouTube channel before this, which I would link before, but I'm not going to because it's super embarrassing. And unless you've already seen me from there, I actually, you know what, fine, I'll just say it. I accidentally almost said, hey guys, Sarah the Superstar here. So if you've seen me there before, I obviously look a lot different now. But today we're going to be talking about cosplaying. Now, as an actor, you do a lot of stuff with costumes, right? You have to dress up, you have to be these characters. And so that's kind of the same thing with cosplaying. But I feel like it's not typically on stage. Well, it can be on stage, but I feel like it's more just like you're doing it for yourself. Like a lot of people cosplay when they go to conventions and just different things like this. So I kind of hope to make this a series of like different cosplay things. But when I cosplay, I don't like to buy stuff. I try to do it by myself. So I'm going to be showing you guys today, and if you saw from the thing, from like the title, today I'm going to be showing you how I cosplay as Nova Bright from Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires. We have two things. We have the costumes, and I said costumes for multiple reasons. Then we have the accessories up here, because I did also make accessories. And just brief warning, majority of the stuff will only make sense if you've ever seen Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires or Zombies Locker Diaries. So yeah, let's start off. So once again, the reason I said costumes is because before actually buying a costume, I tried to make my own costume. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys what I did for that. So I just have it on the floor here. So the first thing that I did was, I had a red shirt. So this was obviously bought, like I did not shoplift this, but this was my brother's. I don't know when we bought this, how long ago that was, but so the first thing that I did was get a red shirt. And the whole reason I'm wearing a tank top today is so that I can actually progressively put these costumes on for you guys and show you without having to fully change and stuff. So as you can see, it's just red shirt, and it's actually very close to the color of the shirt that Nova wears. And the next thing that I did was, obviously they have their really cool fire gauntlets. So I actually made a fire gauntlet for me and my friend. And so this is how I made it. The tape has folded over, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually put this on. Yes, the tape is folded over, so I'm not going to be able to actually wear this for you guys. But so the way that I'm also going to be telling you guys how I made this stuff. So the way that I made this was I just colored a piece of paper with gold Posca and some glitter markers for the lightstone. And then it just wraps around your arm like this, and then I just put some tape here, and I'll just hold it. It'll look something like this. So the next parts are obviously her pants, because let me adjust my camera so we can see a little lower down for the costumes. So obviously the next part would be the pants, and if you recall, she wears like a half shirt, right? So for the pants, I did not want to do the skirt because I don't like tight clothes. So what I did was my mom bought me a pair of just regular white sweatpants. And then I took out my fabric markers and proceeded to color the little like gold and yellow line and the inside of the pocket red, because she does have red pockets. And then on the side, there are symbols going down, which if you look it up, this does spell her name. So the pants are mildly uncomfortable, and I did this in like one night. So if you can't already guess from this, this is gonna look terrible. So this is what the pants look like. And then the last thing that I did was, if you recall, she has like this half shirt thing. So what I did was, once again, I did not have money at this point. So my mom bought me just a regular plain white long sleeve. And I cut it in half and cut off one of the sleeves. Then proceeded to draw the same symbols down the arm like she has in the movie. And like I said, I did this and I sewed it in one night. And the results are exactly what you think it would be. It's not as bad as I recall, but then again, I think you could do better, or we could do better. So, of course, the next step was, well, soon after I made this, because I made this around November, then it was December. And my birthday's in December, and I got money for my birthday. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to wear this. And I have money now. So I went ahead and I bought my own Nova costume. But I was just kind of showing this as an example of what you can do if you make stuff by yourself, because along with the accessories, the DIY stuff, it's actually very beneficial. Because you can take stuff that you already had and you can make stuff that would typically cost a lot of money. So now let's go ahead and show you this. So obviously, this is the more official red shirt. And I'm going to take my glasses off because the neck on this is very small. And you don't want to see me try to put it on with my glasses on. Okay, so now that's on. And I am a very sensitive child, and sorry you can see the tank top through here. That's another reason why I'm wearing this, because obviously if I'm putting stuff on and taking off, I don't want to have to pause, change, so I just put on some underclothes, and this is also because it would show my bra and stuff, and it's right above the chest. I don't know why they did this. Anyway, and I am a very sensitive kid, so very like high necks and tight clothes bother me. So if I'm like fidgeting during this video, it's because this is bothering me. Okay, so the next part are the pants. And as you can see, we were very close on the pants. It does have the red pockets, which these are actually pockets. A very like sick colored green here. I don't know if you can see it that good on camera. It looks very bad. I don't care though, because this is covered by the shirt. And once again, it has the name symbols, a lot more well drawn, and some elastic at the bottom. I am sorry about that. 1 second. Okay, I am very, very sorry about that. My like parents' room is directly like right next to mine over there, and ooh, notification. I don't know if that stopped that. Sorry, let me go into notes strip real quick. Okay, so and I could just hear them. Now we're gonna go ahead and tuck this around and pull this down. So as you can see, already looking a lot better than mine. So one of the last parts is the half shirt that I was talking about. This one actually comes with a hood and the tie in the back, and it doesn't look terrible. So that's a plus. I mean, I guess if you spend, oh, warning, this was $40 off of Amazon. So it is very high quality and a very nice costume. And I would say that this is worth every dollar that I spent. But I mean, hey, it's very high quality. I love it. Also, if you see my I Can See You music video, you would see me in this. So, I mean. And lastly, as we talked about before with the gauntlet, it did come with this gauntlet, which is detailed. It has like all the little stripes and stuff, and has a little gem right here. The only annoying thing is I would say that this one, it's like very flat, and it's hard to get to round back out. And it's kind of only one size. Like obviously, if you put it on, you can stick the Velcro to the fabric itself. But then there's this part, and it's mildly uncomfortable. So I'm not going to be wearing that for the video. I mean, hey, I'll keep this on. Alright, next. If you have seen Zombies for Dawn of the Vampires, and even Locker Diaries, you would see that every daywalker has their own duffel bag, like in the arriving to camp scene, or Ray's battle bag, as he likes to call it. And so also, sorry, I forgot to say this. I'm like everywhere right now. I did not think this through. I just want to say that the way that I typically like to wear my hair when I'm Nova is, when I'm cosplaying, is I cannot see anything with this. I'm apologizing a lot. I typically will either wear my hair down, or I will have my mom do 2 braids on the side, like this, and loop them back to connect, either with my hair down or with my hair up. because then the braids will show on the sides. So that's just a suggestion for me. If you cosplay as Nova and you do it a different way, maybe let me know down below in the comments, even though I doubt any of you guys cosplay as Nova. Anyway, so I made my own duffel bag, but I did not make the duffel bag. Kind of. Let me explain. So let me just grab this back here from my bed. So this is the duffel bag. So what we did was my mom bought this off, we bought this off Amazon. Pretty sure it's off Amazon, yeah. And then I went ahead and I took my gold Posca and I drew on these two symbols, which if you look very closely at the Daywalker language in both Locker Diaries and Zombies 4, you would see, using context clues, that this is an N in Daywalker language and a B in Daywalker language, which is her initials, NB Nova Bright. And then I also went ahead and she doesn't actually have anything on her strap, but I really like the design on Ray's strap and I thought that she should have something. So I just ran a gold line going down through the strap. And so now I'll hook this around. And now you can't have a duffel bag with nothing in it. So this is where the main accessory parts come in. And this stuff definitely took a lot of DIY. But honestly, it looks really good. So let's go ahead and start out with a blood fruit. Now, this is the food that they eat in Dawn of the Vampires. Future me editing this, go ahead and put an image right here of what a blood fruit looks like in the movie. And so if you look up like blood fruit and go to shopping, you cannot buy this. So I had to improvise. And I had to make my own blood fruit. So this is what it looks like. And so the way that I did this was, this is a solid ball of tape. I made a ball out of paper. I wrapped masking tape around it. And then I took duct tape. And this was all my tape. Like, I have a craft cabinet out there. I wrapped that around and I just went layer by layer. And I did it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till it was a decent size. Then I took paper and all of this color was drawn on with some alcohol markers. And I cut the paper out. I took Mod Podge, which is kind of like a sealant, like a glue. And I basically paper mache it. And I just glued it around. And I put one last seal coat around it. And this is what it came out as. And I'm super proud of this. It looks amazing. So let's go ahead and let's add that to our duffel bag. The second thing is a pencil. Now, I couldn't find a regular number 2 pencil, so this was like the most basic pencil I could find. So one of, I would say, kind of a very iconic scene, I don't know, is the scene where Victor kind of comes up on Nova when she's just walking outside, and then she turns around and flips around with a pencil.
Is that a pencil?
So I decided to add a pencil because I thought that would be a very cool detail. And I did see in one of the like interviews with the cast that they brought up, there's this whole thing with vampires and stakes, and that's why they used a pencil.
About that scene is that it's technically a wooden stake and you're a vampire.
Oh my God,
That's
you're
what I'm saying. I literally just...
But I mean, wouldn't anybody die if you stabbed them through the heart with a wooden stake? That's what doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, it's an essential for Nova, so let's put that in there. Next, this is probably my least favorite thing in here. It is a little, like, Daywalker training guide. So the way that I got this was I actually got ChatGPT to write this. It's like, hey, I'm working on a costume. Can you make like a little Daywalker energy book? And it did. It did very well. I haven't read this yet. So I don't really know what this even says, but then I like glued it together and made a little book. And then if you really want to be detailed like I did, I went through with a red pen and I made a bunch of little notes in here to make it look like something that Nova would actually like study and stuff like that. This is, I would say that if you're gonna make your own duffel bag, this is probably the least important thing. I made this quite a while ago, and by a while ago I mean like last month, but who cares? If Nova's dad were to give this to her, I would find this a pretty important essential for Nova. So let's put that in there. Next, at the very beginning of Zombies 4, you will see that she is running the, like, recruits for the harvest through trainings. And since she is the commander's daughter, she probably runs through a lot of trainings. So it would be quite important that she has a training schedule. So the way that I made this was actually very simple. I just went to Google Docs, typed out training schedule, made like a fake training schedule with some notes at the bottom, and then I had this like self-laminator. It's not one of those machines where you put it through and it like really gets it on there. It's this like pouch where you stick it in and you take the like sticker backing off and you just press it over. So it has like the 7 through 8 a.m., 9 through 10 a.m., 11 through 12, 1 through 2, and 3 p.m., the notes. So she should definitely keep this on her if she is going to be running a bunch of teenagers through training. Alright, we're almost done here. We only have a few items left. And you know what? Let's do a little challenge here. I bet nobody has watched this far. So if you have watched this far, go ahead and type out your favorite Zombies character if you have one. So choose from one of these 5 on screen. Or if you've never seen Zombies, but you still kind of want to be like, oh, I watched this far, I want to show her that I watched this far. Go ahead and put either a fireball or tornado emoji in the comments to signify the Daywalker's firepower and the vampire's wind power. So the next thing, and this is very, very important. We need our portable knight. So if you have not seen Zombies 4 yet, basically what this is it's a pair of sunglasses that a Daywalker has, and one of the main characters, Vargas, takes it and is like, Vera, look at this. And he puts the sunglasses on. And, sorry, I heard something. And it looks very, very dumb. And he just goes, portable knight.
Portable knife! Hey, can I borrow these?
Yeah, bro, you got it.
Sweet.
It's like one of the most known scenes. So these were actually DIY, believe it or not. You can see looking on the inside that there's some black there. So what I did was, I thought I had white sunglasses that I was going to keep and like put in here. Turns out I only had black sunglasses in this shape. And this is like the perfect shape. I'll try to insert the clip if I can, like a few minutes ago. So I sanded it down. I took out my white Poscas, which are paint markers, and I just like went hard on it. I can put a picture of what it looked like at the beginning, because I did take a before picture anticipating making something like this. And then I Mod Podged it with the sealant, and now I got me some portable knight. Oh my god, that looked terrible. Anyway, and she's gonna need these if it's very bright outside, and we just gotta keep them away from Vargas. Next, I actually want to take the thing. Ooh, it spilled. Hold up. Okay, sorry about that. I have a bag in there, and something just spilled all over the bigger bag. So next, if you've watched anything, Locker Diaries, Zombies 4, you would know that Nova's trusted companion is Ray, or as me and my friend call him, Raymond Spark, because he didn't have a last name. Nova's last name was Bright, and we said, why do I feel like Ray would be more a nickname? But then, like, Raymond was his real name, so, like, whenever he's, like, making Nova mad, she'd be like, Raymond Spark. So that's just, it's kind of stuck with me now that his name is Raymond Spark. So that's just me, though. And so, anyway, what I did was, if you've watched Locker Diary, he has a bunch of objects. And these objects cause mayhem in the episodes, which is why I made this. So this is just a regular gallon bag, and I took my sticker maker, and I made a little sticker to put on here. And the sticker is labeled Taken from Ray, because it only makes sense that Nova would have a bag of confiscated items from Ray, because he was causing mayhem with it. So first of all, and the first two are from the episode from Locker Diaries called Secrets, where it's episode 2, where they think that the aliens are invading. So Ray takes out his battle bag, and him and Vargas try to team up to defeat the aliens. So the two things that he pulls out is, and I didn't want to put a real stick in here, so I made one. A big stick. to hit them on the heads with.
Awesome.
And
Some marbles.
a bag of marbles to
Hilarious.
trip them. So this stick, I did not want to put a real stick in here. So what I did was actually taped a bunch of popsicle sticks together, wrapped them in masking tape, and colored it brown to make this like very blocky stick. So that is the first thing that Nova has taken from Ray. The second thing is the marbles to trip them. Now, if you've ever heard of the game Kerplunk with like the marbles, all I did was take our Kerplunk marbles. They were already in this when I found them, and that would also be taken. And the last one, because there aren't many more artifacts, is in the 4th episode, I believe. What? Nope. Third episode. It's called Body Swap. Anyway, Ray has this alien crystal, which is like the main thing of the entire episode, and him and Vera break the crystal and swap bodies.
Give it.
So I made my own blue crystal, and yes, it is wrapped up in a caution sticker. So I don't know if you can tell, but the way that I made this was I cut pencils in half, and I taped them. And I covered them once again in masking tape and colored it blue for the blue alien crystal. And I wrapped and wrote caution on it because if you were Nova, you already had to solder this together once. We don't want to risk that again. So that is everything that has been taken from Ray so far. I'm waiting for more Locker Diaries episodes for some more like artifacts that she can take from him. And our last thing, and this one might have been one of the most complicated. I actually still have a little red on my fingers because I just finished this up. So it is this, and this seems very simple. This appears in both the episode Alone Time, and I think you can kind of see it in Vera's locker in the episode, what is it, Life Debt of Locker Diaries. Like I said, all of these last ones are from Locker Diaries. But the thing that I put in here is mainly from Alone Time, I'd say. So these are blood fruit suckers, which, as Vargas says, Nova says that they look like crystals. And Vargas said it's a candy. So I'm guessing they're kind of like Jolly Ranchers or some sort of lollipop. And they're clearly made from blood fruit. So let me just take a few out. So these were actually... I started these last night and I just finished them. Like, I've been filming for 23 minutes, so probably like 25 minutes ago. And so this is kind of what they look like. Very shiny. So what I did was I have clay. So I took clay and I shaped it into these like little diamonds. Then I waited for them to dry, and then I took my Posca paint markers and I just painted them either red or this like pink. And instead of taking Mod Podge, which is not glossy, it's matte, I took some like nail polish sealer, like the clear nail polish, and I put that over because that is glossy. Now if you noticed the like gold in here, that is because in episode 1, Alone Time, it is shown that Vargas accidentally eats Victor's connection crystal, which looked like a blood fruit sucker.
You mean directly next to the crystal-looking candy that Vargas was eating?
Vargas ate my connection crystal.
Guys, my stomach feels weird. And it's glowing.
So I put my own connection crystal in there as like a little Easter egg. So the way that I made this is just a gold chain that I wear all the time. And this can come on and off, like I literally just put it on here for the video. And this is it's just tape. It's tape colored, this part's colored red, and this part's colored gold where it loops around. And that's basically all it is. It's just the connection crystal. So this is, I don't know, they get hungry, trying to bribe each other. So, and the container, I got this from like a little thing of pins, put the pins in a bag. So I was probably going to stab through and hurt someone at one point. And these have never seen the duffel bag yet. So, those can now meet the duffel bag. So that is the end of today's How to Cosplay. And now you have learned how I cosplayed as Nova Bright, and I'm interested to see how you guys cosplay as Nova Bright. So if you guys cosplay a certain way as this character, maybe go ahead and comment below how you do it, because I'm interested to hear. And I hope if you were kind of wanting to get a costume or something like this, that this video helped you. So thank you guys so much for staying to the end, and let's put one more thing. If you stayed all the way until the end, go ahead. What do we want to comment? Let's think. Go ahead and comment portable night. Spell it however you want. I know some people over exaggerate it, so spell it however you want. Just comment portable night if you have watched this far. And let's hope that I can do another one of these soon. But now I gotta go edit this one, which I'm probably gonna spend like 20 minutes on the couch editing this. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, see you guys in the next video.